Hello and welcome to Famous Gays and Lesbians, Alleged and Otherwise. I'm your host, Thomas Connolly. I happen to be a gay actor, and I live in the gayest city of them all, West Hollywood, California. Now, today's episode is part 3 of Classic Gay Divas. Now, okay, if you haven't seen episode 1 and episode 2 of Classic Gay Divas, you got to go back and watch it. But we discussed Judy Garland, Anne Margaret, Liza Minnelli, and Diana Ross. And you got to watch the episodes because you want to hear all the details. So this show is the top 3 classic gay divas of all time. And I know there are a lot of gay men out there that say, don't associate me with gay divas. I don't like that. That's a stereotype. But there are a lot of gay men like me that really do like divas. I think the writer Darren Huss put it best. This is what he said. There seems to be some kind of DNA in gay men that love a good diva. And I have to agree with that. Now, there are only 2 pieces of criteria on this list. The diva has to be born prior to 1950. You hear that, Beehive? Oh, I don't want them coming after me. And the second piece of criteria is that the diva has to be a fabulous singer. And coming in number 3 on our list is the irrepressible, outspoken, Oscar, Grammy, and Emmy-winning artist, Cher. Now, to her credit, Cher is the only artist ever to have a #1 hit in the last 6 decades. And Cher hysterically said when they asked her about this, "That's not possible. I've only been around for 4 decades." Now, Cher recently said that she relates to gay people because gay people feel like they don't fit in. And she feels like she doesn't fit in. I have a feeling that Cher feels like she fits in with her $400 million net worth. Cher has always been a bold symbol of outrageousness, exoticism, and humor. As designer Bob Mackey's muse, there's no such thing as over the top for Cher. Take a look at some of these fabulous looks. She makes RuPaul look like a simple girl. And that's what she wears to the grocery store. And for any Cher critic out there, let's face it, you'd be mighty disappointed if Cher showed up in some simple frock. It was the hugely popular Sonny and Cher television show that cemented Cher's image as a glamour queen, and she's been furthering that portrayal ever since. As the mother of a transgender child, Chaz Bono, Cher was the proud recipient of GLAAD's Vanguard Award, which honors people who have made a significant difference in promoting equal rights for the LGBT community. I love the political side of Cher, especially with our former disgrace, twice impeached, insurrectionist inciting President Donald Trump. She was literally in a Twitter feud with him when he was president. My favorite tweet was, "Why are you wasting time tweeting with me? Don't you have better things to do as president?" I don't think Abraham Lincoln would have spent his time talking to Cher. You really are hysterical, Cher. Okay, coming in at number 2 on our classic gay diva list is the divine M herself, Bette Midler. She is insanely talented, and Bette Midler injects her own sense of camp, humor, and political insight into everything she does. She's one of the few performers who can seamlessly deliver a hilarious piece of stand-up comedy one moment and then an emotionally poignant song the next. Now, a perfect example of this is from her Clams on a Half-Shell Broadway review, where she does this hilarious bit about the lunacy of living in New York, followed instantly, and I mean in a split second, by the song Hello in There, which captures the loneliness and isolation that senior citizens can feel. Really, only Bette Midler can pull that off. She's a tour de force as an entertainer. Now, as you probably know, Bette Midler is a huge advocate for the LGBT community. For God's sakes, she started her career at the Continental, a gay bathhouse in New York City. At that time, an unknown Barry Manilow accompanied her on the piano. He came out of the closet decades later. Like Cher, Bette Midler has had her own Twitter war with the Donald. In one really disgusting tweet, Donald Trump referred to her as a washed up psycho. She quickly tweeted back, "Hey, Donald, I just wanted to tell you, it might be a little hard to run for president when you're in prison." Bette Midler also has a kind of fun feud with Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian recently posted this fabulous nude picture of her, and Bette tweeted back, "Come on, Kim, really another nude picture? The only side of you we haven't seen is, well, if you swallow the camera." See, there are lots of reasons to love the hilarious Bette Midler. But now, folks, we have reached the #1 position. Who do you think is the classic gay diva of all time? Is it Phyllis Diller? Oh no, Miss Piggy? How about Melania Trump? Oh no, they're not eligible. They're not singers. Well, before I announce the #1 position, we have some honorable mentions, like the wonderful Shirley Bassey, the magnificent and likable Dolly Parton, the disco diva herself, Donna Summer, and the marvelous Olivia Newton-John. And now, without further ado, the greatest classic gay diva of all time is Barbra Streisand. Now, Barbra Streisand may not have the raunchy humor of Bette Midler or the outrageous glamour of Cher, but what she does have is a virtuosity of talent that puts her in the front spot. The beauty of her voice is a gay man's dream. Songs like The Way We Were and Evergreen are really unparalleled in vocal abilities. Now, also, as an actress, Barbra Streisand is fantastic, and she really doesn't get enough props in that department because in most of her films, she doesn't get the man, but we really feel her vulnerability and that sense of unrequited love. Barbra Streisand has been a huge star most of her life. She was a Tony-nominated actress at the age of 20, and by 26, she won an Oscar. And from early on, Barbra Streisand has been an enormous advocate for LGBT rights. I think her talented gay son, Jason Gould, oh, have you heard him sing? He inherited the Streisand pipes. He's fantastic. Oh, and he also used to live in my condo building. I was in 315, he was in 215. I'm not making that up. Well, anyway, I digress. But my point is that I think Jason is really lucky to have such a caring, accepting, loving mother like Barbra Streisand. Well, that's about it for this episode. Feel free to leave a comment about the Gay Classic Diva list. I know people can sometimes feel strongly about this. Anyways, this is Thomas Connolly for Famous Gays and Lesbians, Alleged and Otherwise. Hey, if you like this show, could you please like and subscribe? That would really help to sustain us. Until next time, bye-bye.